Okay, so I have some facts about me. And some of them are facts and some of them are like lies. Okay? And so you're going to try to figure out if you think that it's a fact or if it's not a fact. And so if you guess right, that'll give you a ticket. And then also if you can figure out what is true. So for instance, if I say I'm 15 years old, you would say no. That would be, correct. Obviously I'm not. And then if you could guess how old I really was, then that would be, so they're basically going to be something that's not true and see if you could guess the truth. Okay, so this is the first fact about me, and I have some pictures that go with some of the things that I'm going to tell you. So I moved to Tennessee when I was in the 10th grade. Okay, I moved to Tennessee when I was in the 10th grade. Okay, do you think that's true? And then, so let's just go from there. So, hold on. Julia, what do you think?
I think it's true.
That's true. Okay, I did move to Tennessee when I was in the 10th grade. So I went to a school like BGA that's kindergarten through 12th. And I always thought I would graduate from there, and I went there from kindergarten to 9th grade, and then we moved to Nashville. And you'll find out in a little bit where I moved from, but that was hard. So it was hard to go all those years to one school and then have to move. But yes, we moved to Nashville when I was in the 10th grade, Nashville area. Okay, I am a huge University of Texas football fan. Huge University of Texas football fan. Alexa, what do you think?
I don't think that's true.
That is true. Okay, and if you look back here, University of Texas are the Longhorns, and you'll see I have a hook 'em horns thing, and that's Texas's thing. Is this right here, hook 'em horns? Then I have some Longhorn stuff and that kind of thing. But my brother actually played football at Texas, and so here's a picture. My brother is 6'8½", so he's a little taller than I am. He has to duck through doorways to go through them, so he's number 77 here in this picture. So I'm a huge University of Texas fan. So anytime we have like a jersey day at school or anything like that, I will be wearing Texas stuff. And so these are two girls, so these are sisters. Jane's in the 12th grade now, and Liz is in the 10th grade. But this is when they were in middle school, and they're Texas fans too, so we all have our Texas stuff on. But I'll always have on Texas stuff when we have a chance to do that. And so here's me with some Longhorn glasses on. So yes, I'm a huge University of Texas football fan. Okay, my third fact, or maybe it's not, is I was born in Dallas, Texas. I was born in Dallas, Texas. What do you think, Will?
Not true.
It's not true, but that one's actually a trick question because I did grow up in Dallas. We moved there when I was 1.5. So I don't remember, obviously, before that. So I did grow up in Dallas, but I wasn't technically born there, and we'll talk in a little bit later about where I was born. Okay, my husband also works at BGA. I think that's true or false. My husband also works at BGA. Julia?
True.
That's true, okay? My husband used to be the head of the lower school. So those of you that went to the lower school, he was what Dr. Bennett did before Dr. Bennett. So now he's the associate head of school at BGA. So his office is over by where we go to lunch. And so you'll see him sometimes when we're over there at lunch. And so this is him. You'll see him sometimes over there. And he's Dr. Graham too. So it's confusing because if we're together and somebody says Dr. Graham, we both look. So, but he's Dr. Graham too, and you'll see him at lunch. Sometimes you'll see him in the hall and stuff like that. Okay, my fifth fact is I have no pets. I have no pets. Alexa, what do you think?
I think that is true.
That's false. What do you think I have?
A dog?
I have a dog. And there are some pictures of him back here, but this is one of the pictures that I have of him back there. So when I took him to grooming last year, Santa happened to be at Petco, and so I got his picture with Santa.
Wait,
So-
I thought I got it wrong.
You did, but then you said I have a dog.
Oh, okay.
So this is my dog Dallas. So I named him after the city I grew up in, and he is a Maltese. He's part Maltese, part Shih Tzu, and he is awesome. So he's 6 years old. He turned 6 this summer. So he is my little baby.
My dog's the same breed.
Is it what?
My dog's the same breed.
Oh,
I don't wanna
really?
get that
Awesome.
right.
Mine's a Kevin food.
Awesome.
Mine's a cockapoo.
Okay, my next one is I graduated from Brentwood Academy. I think that's true or false. Well,
Not true.
It's true. And so what's kind of funny is when I was in high school, Brentwood Academy played BGA in every sport. And so it's kind of funny, now I teach at BGA, but I went to Brentwood Academy. Like I said, my brother was a big football player, and so this is him in high school. They're actually playing the state championship here, so this is at Vanderbilt, because that's where it used to be played. But yes, so we went to Brentwood Academy. Like I said, I lived in Dallas till 10th grade, and then we moved here and I went to Brentwood Academy. So sometimes the other teachers that went to BGA, like, ribbed me about that because we used to play each other in sports. Okay, my favorite things to eat are bananas, raisins, milk, and mayonnaise. Bananas, raisins, milk, and mayonnaise are my favorite things. What do you think, Julia?
True.
False. Those are the things I hate. Bananas, raisins, milk, and mayonnaise. I like pretty much everything. Those are the things.
You don't like milk? I don't really like milk either. I like it.
And I like banana pudding. I just don't like to actually peel a banana and eat it. I don't know if it's the consistency of it or I don't know. I just don't. Those are the things I really like Mexican food though.
I love Mexican food. I love it.
Okay, here's my next fact. This is my 12th year to teach school. It's my 12th year to teach school. Alexa?
I think that's true.
That's false, but what do you think it might be my 12th year to teach?
Advisor?
Oh, I
Math?
teach my sister.
Okay, so what do you think it might be my 12th year to teach
Let's see.
Middle school?
at BGA?
Oh.
Okay, so.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
No, because I've taught longer than that, but this is my 12th year to teach BGA. So I was actually teaching 2009-10 school year was my first year at BGA, and that's when y'all were born. So Macy, if y'all know Macy Claire, Macy Claire's brother, I taught him my first year at BGA, and he just graduated from college. So the very first parent night that I had at BGA, Macy Claire's mom was pregnant with her. So she came in, so Macy Claire was actually at my first parent night at BGA. She just was with her mom. So that's kind of crazy. Okay, I have one brother and one sister. I think that's true or false. I have one brother and one sister. Julia?
I think that's false. You do have a brother.
I do. So do you think I have a sister too or not? No? I do. Okay, this is my whole family, and you can see in this picture how big my brother is that played football at Texas. So that's my brother. So this is me. This is me and my husband, and that's my parents. That's my sister. She's younger than I am. Her husband, and then that's my brother and his wife. So I'm the oldest. My brother's the middle. My sister's the baby.
I'm the big.
So that's my family.
I'm in the
I'm
middle.
the big girl.
I'm in the middle.
Okay, my next fact is my favorite color is green.
True.
False. What do you think it might be? Look around.
Pink.
Pink is correct. Okay, let's see. My next fact, or maybe not, is I hate to cook. Julia. False. I love to cook.
That's good.
Okay, I love to cook. One of my favorite things. So if you ever have been or see on TV like at football games and stuff, some people have a foam finger, that you can stick your hand up in and it has like number 1 or whatever. So
Oh, yeah.
my next fact is I am related to the person who invented the foam finger.
Oh
Do
goodness.
you think that is true or false? Who invented it? Well,
True.
it's true. Okay.
What?
So I'll show you. It's kind of crazy. So my cousin.
I didn't know.
Yeah, my cousin married her husband, and her husband's dad is the man that invented the foam finger. And so he was a teacher, and he was a young teacher trying to find a way to make some money. So he invented the foam finger. He took it to a Texas Notre Dame bowl game, sold some of them. They did well, so he got a patent on it. And so my cousin and her husband, this is their family. They actually are Texas A&M, which is Texas is the school that I love's biggest rival. But so it's his father that invented the foam finger, and so now together they run the company that makes foam finger. So it's called
Oh my
Spirit Inc.
goodness.
Spirit Inc.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? I know. I wish I'd been the one to invent it.
Give me a ton of phone fingers.
Okay, my brother was Mr. Football in Tennessee. And so Mr. Football Award is given to the best football player in the state of Tennessee. And so, do you think that will be true or false that he was Mr. Football, Alexa?
I think since he plays football and he's really tall, I think it's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll show you his trophy. This used to be at my parents' house. That's where I took this picture, but he has it now, and it's got his name, Brentwood Academy. And so he was Mr. Football in 1996. So
That's cool.
yeah, it is cool. So that's his Mr. Football trophy. Okay, my next fact, or maybe it's not, is I live in Brentwood. I live in Brentwood. Well,
True.
false. Where do you think it might live?
Somewhere around here.
Which would be, where are we right now?
Well, Franklin. So
That's where I live, Franklin, yeah.
I
Oh,
was
yeah, okay,
like,
that makes
three.
sense.
And
Okay.
since my husband works at BGAT and we have to be here a lot, we have to live pretty close, because we have to be here a lot of stuff. So we live about 3 miles away, so it's pretty close still to school.
I was like, Frank.
Okay, my favorite place to vacation is Hawaii. You think that's true or false? Julia?
True.
True. I've only been there once, but it's amazing. So it's a very long airplane flight, but
Yeah.
they show movies and stuff, so it goes by quickly. So definitely my favorite place that I've been. Alexa.
I just want to say, I really want to go there too, but I also really don't because I don't want to go. I want to, but I don't want to go there. And Australia because one, Hawaii, spiders in Australia. My sister said her friend, I'm not sure if they're friends, but she heard someone say that like at her school that when she went there and there was a different spider in her bed each night.
Oh wow, I didn't see any spiders, but one thing you do see in Hawaii that's kind of random is there's random birds, like, and they're not afraid of you. So like you'll be on the beach and like a chicken will just go like running by you or a rooster and you're like, and it'll just be,
I
yeah.
went to the Cayman Islands and there was like roosters
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's
Chickens,
crazy.
I'm like, what the-
Okay, my next fact is I have one daughter. I have one daughter, Alexa.
Okay, so let me look
What do you think? I have one daughter.
I don't think you do because I feel like if you did, there would be someone just wearing.
So you said no?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh.
Okay?
Yay!
I have, he's actually my stepson, Ray, and he's a senior at BGA this year. So we'll see him sometimes when we go to lunch, because we see high schoolers sometimes when we go to lunch.
I use my brain.
So that's when he first got his license, so that was 2 school years ago.
I thought you had 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm. And then this is, him with me last year one time, so that's Ray. Again, we'll see him sometimes when we're passing over lunch. So he'll be going to college next year.
Whoa.
Okay, this is my 24th year to teach at BGA. False. Okay, what I
You
said
just
earlier,
said
right.
false.
But what do you think this might be, my 24th year to,
Teach.
got it.
Yeah.
General.
It's my 24th year to teach. So let's do a little bit of math there. So if this is my 12th year to teach at BGA, but it's my 24th year to teach total, what's the fraction of how long I've taught? I've been teaching at BGA. If I've taught 12 out of my 24 years of teaching at BGA, half.
I agree.
Yeah,
This
so
is
at the
what I
end
did
of
to
this
agree.
school year, I'll have taught half of my time I've been teaching in my life at BGA, which is kind of crazy. Okay, here's the next fact. I've been married for 12 years. Well,
Sure.
it's true. Okay, so like I said, Ray's my stepson, so we got married when he was 5 years old.
5 years old.
So he's 17. Okay, my next fact, and this one should be super easy, is I collect cardinals.
Cardinals?
Cardinals?
Oh, we know Cardinals are not Cardinals. False.
What do I collect? Look around the room.
Oh.
Owls, yes.
not
Yes.
What, like real life
Cardinals
owls?
are the red birds.
Yeah, I'm
Like
like
real
Cardinals.
life owls are just like for your room or something.
Well, I have owls. I have some owls at home too. I mean, owls, not real ones. obviously.
That'd be cool if you had one.
But everyone always asks me why I collect owls. So when you go to college, you can be in a fraternity if you're a boy, which is like a club for boys. You can be in a sorority if you're a girl. And my sorority is Chi Omega, and every sorority fraternity have a mascot. Ours are owls. So that's how I started collecting owls. And it just started in college, and now I have tons of owls. And so, but they're a pretty cool animal. So that's why I collect owls.
I don't know why.
And then my last fact is I have been out of the United States. True or false?
I think that's true.
It is true. And this is another interesting fact, just like I have the fact about the foam finger. So even though I grew up in Dallas, like I said, we moved there when I was 1.5. So my parents lived in England for 3 years. So I was actually born in England. Even though my parents are both in the United States, they just lived there for 3 years. So I was actually born in England, which is kind of cool. Even though I grew up in Dallas. So those are my facts, okay? So what we're gonna do next is I am going to find out about you.
Yeah.
And also we're gonna do the photo booth, like I said, and with 3 of you, we'll just do the 3 of you together because there's 3 of you. So, and what we'll do is we'll get 2 pictures, and so you can get whatever you want, and then we'll switch it up. So let me just kind of tell you what I have. So I have, first of all, a little thing that has real sunglasses in it.
Oh my.
Okay, and so these are for like if you want to free your hands up, then I've got real sunglasses. I also have these kind of glasses that are on sticks. So some are like, these kind of look like Harry Potter. These are kind of crazy, they're ducks. I have stars. I have several different ties. I have some bow ties and some regular. I have some maracas. Okay, I have a taco with a bite out of it. Let me put this down. We don't
Don't
need
eat
this
that
out.
taco from the
Okay, I have 2 different beards.
Well, I don't want to be.
Okay, I have several different mustaches and lips. So we've got some lips, and I've got different kind of mustaches. I've got a pink one, I've got a black one, I've got a gold one. This is pretty funny. This would be the unibrow.
Oh my.
Yes.
Okay, I have a couple hats. I have a tiara, top hat.
Oh,
I have a sombrero. Okay, I have this.
I'm a genius.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a jeans.
Okay, and then I have several math signs. So on each of the pictures, if we could just have one math sign, because again, these are one on my door, just to kind of decorate for our math class. So it says, I love math, math's fun. And if you don't think math's fun, you will think it's fun this year because we'll do tons of activities and games and things. Because I like to make math fun. So pretty much every day, we'll either play a game, sometimes we'll watch a funny math video, we'll do lots of different math stuff, but I'll talk to you a little bit more about math tomorrow. And then down here in this basket, I've got some different math tools, like there's a protractor, a ruler, a pencil, percent sign, pi equals 3.14, things like that. So there's some math symbols down here too, but again, if we could just have one math thing, and then you can do whatever else you want. So we're going to do that, but we're also going to do this. So this is just a sheet where you're going to tell me about yourself. You're not probably going to have time to answer every one of them, and you don't have to go in order. You can skip around and answer the ones you want. And it says things like your favorite candy. Well, if you have more than one favorite candy, you just want to list one of them, list one of them. If you want to tell me all of them, tell me all of them. It says favorite sports team. If you don't like sports, just skip it, okay? Again, this is just for me. Like, I'm going to take this home tonight and just read through these. It just lets me get to know you better. And it has things like, if you had one wish, it would be this. This one said, what has been your favorite class and why? Why does it not say what is your favorite class? Why does it say what has been your favorite class?
So, because like, say my favorite class is French, but I haven't done it yet. I won't know if I actually like it because I could get in there and I could end up just despising it.
Right. Or what if you hated math last year? Okay. Why does it say what has been your favorite class? Okay. Is your favorite class, like in 5 years from now, if somebody asks you what your favorite class is it going to be the same as it is right now? Probably not. So that's why it says what has been. So if what has been and the next one says what has been your least favorite. So if math has been your least favorite up until now, I want to know that. Like if you haven't really liked math, tell me that, because I think you'll like it this year. So that's why it says what has been, not what is your favorite, because you don't really know until a couple of weeks what your favorite class is right now. It says things like, give an example of an activity where you felt you learned a lot. So again, like I said, I like to do a lot of activities and stuff. So if there's an activity you've done in the past that you felt was really cool in school, tell me about it, okay? And then the last thing on here says, is there anything else you want me to know? So is there something I didn't ask you, or just like an interesting fact you want to tell me? And the copy machine made a double copy of this back page, so it's the same thing. So just ignore that back part, it's the same as the front. It just accidentally made 2 copies. And again, you do not have to go in order, you can just skip around. You probably won't get to all of them. And that's all we're gonna do today. This is me to get to know you, because I gotta get to know all of y'all and your names. And I've got 49 of y'all to get to know. And so this is just a fast way for me to know that and just find out about you. So let me turn this off.